As long as you slice me up for consumption. And I see the Kobe Steakhouse billboards for having the meat, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if Kobe Bryant has on the tickets. Tiny little sliver of him, and that's called cannibalism. Yay, on a stick. I am going to do something that I never thought I'd do. I would be asked for doing features in Chicago, and the last year I was there, the Sci-Fi, the science fiction show came through, and I had 2 days to do features about something science fiction-y. And so I did a bunch of pieces about Star Trek. And I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to read 2 pieces about Star Trek from one of these shows. And your entry thing was one of those plastic scuzzes, those little bracelets, and it says Sci-Fi on it, and it says together by fandom or something. And I was like, and I've got this bracelet. How funny is that? Because I'm not one to go to a science fiction thing. But anyway, these are 2 poems from this. This first one is called Kinds of Interference. Watched an episode of Star Trek recently where the Borg first transported onto the bridge of the Starship Enterprise, and Jean-Luc Picard was then abducted, transported to a cubicle Borg ship. And as soon as they realized that Captain Picard was taken, Commander Riker asked through his little comm badge thing, he asked for Chief O'Brien. He asked him, O'Brien, can you beam him back? And Miles O'Brien responded that he can't, that there's some kind of interference. O'Brien says, the man who has transported people for a living is that there's some kind of interference. I wonder if it's a kind of interference, like when you tell a friend about somebody that you've started dating, and at your own party, they leave to make out with your date. I wonder if it's the kind of interference when your love calls you and tells you that they're getting on an airplane on the other side of the planet, but that the connecting flight that was just canceled and they won't be able to see you soon. But, by the way, the phone call costs at least $2 a minute from the other side of the world. That's what you get for getting your hopes up. I wonder if it's the kind of interference like when, a week before you're supposed to stand up at a wedding, your significant other tells you they want to break up. But they understand you're a part of someone else's wedding. They'll tag along, act like your date to not cause any waves for you. I wonder if it's a kind of interference like when you're driving to see your parents, and while stopped at an intersection, you see a car speeding toward you as you were a stopped car, so you turn the wheel so you crash won't kill the motorcyclist in front of you, and when they do, that drops you into a coma for weeks, and you're hospitalized, and they have a tube down your throat to breathe for you. That kind of interference. I wonder if it's a kind of interference when you're finally off on your own and you feel like you can trust people and someone gets you drunk enough and to not fight back, and they sexually get off on you. And you later hear of rape rooms and fraternity basements that are rooms with floors literally covered in dingy mattresses, in case a girl falls down as soon as they enter the room. That kind of interference. I wonder if it's the kind of interference you get when you question your gender preferences, starting relationships with a few until one of them, from a one-night stand, gives you the human immunodeficiency virus. After you've contracted full-blown AIDS, you cocktail your way through the world with anything other than liquor, wondering how long you'd live, wondering if you'd ever have and raise kids. That kind of interference. But, often you hear them say on Star Trek that there's some kind of interference. They continue by saying, I don't have a positive lock on the away team, which makes me think of the times when you want to find the one you love, and some kind of interference keeps you away from your chances of finding your one true love. I think I've read once. We'll see. This is called Uncuffed. When I was arrested, They put handcuffs a little too tight around my wrists behind my back. They put me in the back of their squad car, took me to their headquarters, a little building you can only get to through the off-ramp of the expressway. They sat me down, uncuffed one hand, cuffed the other to the bench. Tried to charm them so I might get off easy. Looking back, I thought it was nothing like a holding cells that you see on the Enterprise, where prisoners are escorted and not handcuffed. They're escorted to a room all their own with a force field for a wall. Well, I must have sweet-talked them. I didn't go to jail, but I imagine prisons aren't as roomy or as clean as they are on a starship like the Enterprise. And prisoners' bars aren't the same as a force field. It would have been nice to touch a force field, see what it felt like. Did it hurt? It probably would, and it would hurt more than those handcuffs. I know I have a Dali lithograph, a cooler one than Kuypers', but I didn't steal it like he did before he stole data, before he was caught. He thought of that holding cell as an exhibit where anyone could walk by and observe him, like the priceless things we all like to keep and show off. We all want to be the ones with the most toys, don't we? But no matter what century you live in, no matter what fantasy world you live in, getting caught is never an option. You'll only want to be free from that force field, or hope your time will come and you'll be uncuffed. Star Trek. Sorry. Kuypers'. This guy stole data because he was a priceless thing. He stole it. It was, sorry. You guys don't watch it, so you have no idea. But never mind. This one is called Years, Centuries, Eons. Scouring this land, searching for meaning, I've traversed the roads to see the inner beauty of how this earth came together. Discovering the rocky terrain, caressing smooth lava beds, studying the variations of color in the rainforest's bamboo stalks have touched my soul deeply. Years, centuries, eons have shifted the plates beneath us. When I left the plains near Chicago, I traversed the Appalachians, then skydove at the Grand Tetons. But waiting to visit some places till it wasn't tourist season was the smartest way to go, because that way no one was nearby when I walked along the ridges of the Grand Canyon, screamed into the caverns to no one before I climbed into the orange depths of the Bryce Canyon, a rocky range that's eternally a vibrant sunset. Walked miles off beaten paths at Arches National Park until I could see for miles that there was no one. And in all that time, there was only one bird. No people, no planes, just peace. It took years, centuries, eons for nature to create these majestic, intoxicating, breathtaking places that seem like works of art. But this is just how the world works, how it became the wondrous thing we see today. You might think, no, it can't be that good, not touched by the hand of man. But you've got it all wrong. It is possible to utterly, deeply, completely fall in love with the world, wholly, with every fiber of your being. You can adore, idolize this creation if you just let nature take its course. Yeah.